Let me tell you a secret. When I'm driving and traffic light turns green, I simply refuse to move. I don't care if people behind me beat their horn. I just won't move. I know this might sound weird or crazy, but I have my reasons. Most people do not obey the traffic laws, at least it seems that way. When people are going through the intersection and the light turned yellow, they just didn't want to stop, even though the yellow light is telling you to stop, because the red light is coming. Even when the light turns red, they just keep going. Today is much worse because of their cell phone. According to the National Highway Safety Administration, texting an innocent-looking activity is 6 times more likely to cause an accident than driving while intoxicated. The number of teens who drink and drive has declined, but the number of teenagers who test while driving has already surpassed those who drink and drive. We don't want our children to get hurt or for them to hurt somebody else. Texting and driving is killing 11 children every day. This is a very serious problem that will continue to get out of hand unless we as a team do something about it. I have done a lot of research and I have found out that texting while driving is a problem that is getting out of control because everybody is doing it. I am married to a police officer who is 20 plus year career, has investigated hundreds of motor vehicle accidents. He tells me the same thing every day. What we have to worry about now is people using the phone, especially texting while they are driving, because this is the most dangerous thing you can do with a cell phone. You make a decision to pay more attention to your cell phone than the road, putting yourself and others in danger. In the few minutes, I would like to show you how dangerous texting while driving is, what the consequences are, and what is the growing trend that was turned into a national epidemic. I will also give you some examples of steps we can take to help rid of this problem. We must understand the chances we are taking when we are text and drive. According to the Distracted Driver Accident.com, texting takes driver eyes off road for almost 5 seconds. Texting increases the chance of crash by 23%. If your speed while texting is 55 miles per hour, the average driver do not look at the road while car travel for 300 feet. This is insane. According to the Distracted Driver Accident.com, texting takes a driver eye from the road for almost 5 seconds. Texting increases of chance of crash by 23%. If your speed while texting is 55 miles per hour, the average driver do not look at the road while the car travels for 300 feet. This is insane. According to the Transportation Research Laboratory, drivers who texted had a slower response time. We are more likely to drive out of our lanes and even and drove worse than drivers who were high on marijuana. Reaction for time for texting drivers were 35% worse than those of drivers with no distractions. According to the National Safety Council, there are more than 1,600,000 accidents caused by texting every year. After you listen to all of this, you might ask yourself, how do they affect society? A problem that affects a few people is not a big problem, right? However, a problem that affects every one of us is a big problem. Let me give you some more numbers that I hope will make you think twice before you text and drive. According to the Texting and Driving Safety.com, texting while driving causes 330,000 injuries every year. Texting causes nearly 25% of all car accidents. Texting is not only a teenager problem. Texting increases with age. 100,000 drivers are texting at any given daylight moment, while more than 600,000 drivers are using handheld phones while driving. According to the DistractedDriverAccident.com, texting is the #1 distracted activity by a long shot. Technology made it more tempted to send and read quick text messages that are assumed to be harmless, thereby creating more chances to get into an accident. There are many things we can do to get rid of this problem. We must educate everyone about this epidemic. We have to be active. Let's spread the word about this problem. Tell everyone you know that texting while driving is a real problem, that is destroying our life. Now remember, it's not only the teenagers who text. People of all ages do it. However, we must live by example. Our children from our behavior. We just cannot tell our children not to text, and then we do it in front of them. What do you think they will do when they are themselves? That's right, text and drive. Another thing we can do is to discuss with new drivers the danger of texting while driving before they get their license. Make sure they understand that texting and driving can cause injury or even death. Show them videos of accidents caused by texting. It is sometimes they won't soon forget. This must be an all effort. I really believe that educating people about this problem and becoming informed and active will let others know about the importance of driving without distractions. If every state creates laws against texting and driving, they will give law enforcement the ability to attack this problem on a national scale. Only by understanding how big of a problem texting while driving is and how much damage it causes can we begin doing something about it. Believe it or not, there are people that believe we should get rid of laws against texting for safety. Mike Rogers, a writer from DriveSafety.com, claimed that people ignore the laws and that people just try to hide the practice, which then cause more accidents. This doesn't make sense. The majority of people will obey the law as has always been the case with any other law. And knowing there is a law against it, they will keep from texting while driving, thereby preventing accidents. Mr. Rogers also claimed that before texting while driving became illegal, drivers did not have to hide the activity and there were less accidents. We fail to say, however, that even when this activity was legal, drivers were still taking their eyes off a road for 5 seconds at a time while a text message was sent. The dangerous situation was not taken away because texting was legal. On the contrary, more opportunities were created for an accident to take place where people were either hurt or killed. Mr. Rogers claimed that the solution is not creating laws, that we don't have laws against other distractions like radios, eating, food, and others. We claim that new technology should be produced to make texting safer for everyone, and I agree. But don't you think that in the meantime we should do something about the activity that is killing 11 teenagers every single day of our lives and has become the #1 killer of teenagers? I believe that it's simple irresponsible to let any behavior that causes injury death, or property damage to go unchecked. We should always try to prevent anything that hurts our society. The evidence against testing while driving is overwhelming. We just cannot stand by and witness how our children hurt or kill themselves or others. The numbers do not lie, my friends. It just keeps getting worse. This is a global problem. You watch the news every day. People getting into accident, injury, or even worse, killing themselves or others because they were texting while driving. Listen to the audio clip from ABC News.
A new warning tonight from the American justice system that distracted drivers will be treated as criminals. A landmark verdict in Massachusetts today convicted a driver of vehicular homicide, and his crime was blamed on texting while driving. The significance reaches far beyond this one case, and here's ABC's Amy Robach.
Negligent operation.
Two families tearful when the verdict was read today.
Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Massachusetts Judge Stephen Albany then imposed the maximum sentence, 2.5 years behind bars on 18-year-old Aaron DeVoe for texting and driving, causing a head-on collision that killed 55-year-old Daniel Bowley. Today, speaking...
This is happening too often. This is madness. Something must be done. Either we become active in this menace or are just going to sit on watch as our children hurt or kill themselves and others. Maybe today it was somebody we don't know who get injured or killed, but maybe tomorrow it might be you or your child. I really believe we should do something before this happens. Don't you think?